I'm getting so tired. I'm getting so.
Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. This is going to be part 2 of my series of The Life of a Trafficker. And I'm talking to James here. He's really been talking about some interesting stuff in this first episode. In this episode, I hope that it lives up to the billing as well. But I want to talk to him a little bit about, how everything played out, how he learned these rules, right? But I wanted to continue the story that he was talking about. So you're going to hear me ask a few more questions in this episode than I did in the last one. But James, again, I want to thank you for doing this and welcome back.
No problem.
And so go ahead and finish the story when you were about to shut down your liquor store.
Yeah, as I'm getting ready to shut down my liquor store, and the promise of 10 grand, I'm like, how am I gonna get this liquor to my homeboy? The rental car costs this much, so I figured, you know what? I'm gonna rent an SUV. So I rented the biggest SUV that the company had, and I loaded every bottle. I mean, the SUV was filled to the top to where I could only sit, like scrunched up. I mean, bottles were all over it, completely filled up. I mean, you talking about 1,500. I mean, from the top, small, big, wine, the whole. Every time I hit a bump, it was clink, clink, clink. I mean, I got so much liquor in this bottle. Again, I had learned the time of the day to drive, so I knew how to be in traffic. But the problem with this is that I can't see out my passenger side window or mirror or the rearview mirror, so I don't know who's behind me, who's on the side of me. I don't know anything. So I'm knowing the only way I'm gonna get this here is I gotta drive in the daytime during rush hour traffic, and then I have to be in one lane only because I can't switch back and forth. So I gotta stay behind the truck, or I gotta stay, it's a little different. Again, there's rules and things that you learn along the way.
Such as?
I didn't know that you couldn't take liquor in that amount across state lines. So I'm feeling a little different.
Right.
That, okay, it ain't weed, but now I'm in the weed was just state. I'm cool, the state, I deal with the state.
Mm-hmm.
They got a whole federal department called ATF.
Alcohol, tobacco,
firearms. The first letter is alcohol. Mm-hmm. I got a truck full of alcohol. Mm-hmm. I'm 1900s bootlegger now. I'm in some serious. I didn't know it was that serious until I began to research and just happened to again stumble up on these things. Like, let me see what it would be like. Alcohol. What was it? I wasn't supposed to bring that amount across state line, and I could have got this much time in the federal penitentiary, and I'm caught red-handed. Ain't no, like this.
Ain't no you could tell them.
The police would have been like, feds come get him. We got to do with the truck full of liquor. We don't even know what to do with it. We don't know if we should let him go and take the liquor and I didn't know these laws. I didn't know this rule. So, of course, I made it there. And I unloaded this. It's almost like my homeboy was like, there's no way you gonna make it here with this. Like every time I made it there, it was a surprise to him because his eyes was just like, because he know me. We went to college together. I didn't grow up this way. So everything that I did was 100% a choice. Mm-hmm. I made this choice because of the fight or flight, and it was always fight. I can do this. I'm not going to get caught. This is the mentality that I'm having, that as if the rules don't apply to me and I can get around the rules, or I could talk my way out. This is my mentality. So he's shocked that you made it up, man. And then just to see the amount of liquor that I made it up there with, to where it's like completely full. Like I'm literally just scrunched up. So of course he paid me my money. We unload the liquor at his house, and you talking about $1,500 bottles, maybe more. I don't know. I just cleaned out the whole liquor store and I heard 10 grand. So and this is what I need. So I mean, he's selling weed.
Yeah.
He got a bootleg operation going on. So now he's straight. Again, the money just doesn't last, like you really think. I mean, I wasn't, just spend money like crazy. But again, I got a wife. I have a nice house I have to sustain. I got bills I got to pay. So, of course, that money didn't last too long. About 3 months later, I'm calling him again, man. We got to figure out something else. He said, well, we headed to New York. I'm like, what you going to New York for? He said, well, I know this dude up there who got these knockoff purses, the counterfeit purses. He said we can get them at like $25 a purse. I got a little cheese, what I'm saying, probably maybe about 3 grand left, He said, you give me 2, I'll put in 2, and we'll go get, as many as we can. Well, put the money in. We end up getting about 1,500 purses. I mean, they look real, y'all, but I'm just, people out there, be careful. That's all I got to say. Right. If a Gucci come to you and he talking about 250, you know what I'm saying? If it's just a one night thing, you going to the club or whatever bag, go ahead, hit it real quick, but don't be bragging and walking around like this is real, because trust me, people who done paid $2,000 for a bag know your bag ain't real. But as far as, your locale, they got a Gucci bag, you know what I'm saying? So we buy, man, cause it had to be about 1,000, you know what I'm saying? Maybe more, I can't remember, it's been a while ago. But we have to get these bags from New York back to the location now. And it's about the same amount of hours. I'm knowing the rules now, you know what I'm saying? I know the rules of the road, at least some of them.
Some of them.
Not all of them, some of them. And I don't know, but again, I don't know this coming from that direction, from East Coast going to the Midwest. I don't know this. So this is all new to me. I don't know how the traffic's gonna be. I'm not quite sure if it's illegal to do this, but I don't feel as scared as I did with the weed, and I'm not as nervous as I was with the liquor, so I'm feeling a little bit, okay.
Right.
It's, it's just purses. What's the worst that they can do? Again, there are laws. You cannot be in possession of counterfeit material. Man, if there was these things you should learn beforehand, like you should know this stuff going into this. I didn't know.
You didn't know.
But again, hey, let me see if these rules apply. Let me stay dressed nice. Don't speed. Stay within just regular traffic rules now, because this is an unfamiliar area. Cars flying past me, they going 90. I'm staying at the 70, 72, not knowing that if I'm not traveling with the speed of the vehicles, now I'm sticking out. So I'm seeing these people, I'm like, you know what? I think I might need to, at least do 85, So, of course, I'm traveling with them. And me traveling with them actually saved me.
What do you mean?
Because when I was going slow, little did I know, there was a state trooper right behind me. He's trying to figure out why I'm not going as fast as the other cars. So I didn't even know he was behind me. So I just started to speed up. As I'm speeding up and I got up to about 83, he comes flying past me. Zoom. My heart is racing because he was getting ready to pull me over because I was going slow. And again, that's a rule. You gotta go with the traffic to make yourself not stick out.
Not stick out.
But where I was in the other part of the country, if I go too fast, I'm gonna get pulled over. So you gotta be very aware of your surroundings and the flow of the traffic. So of course, and this was a new area, and it changed throughout the states or whatever, the traffic wise. But I knew always just go with the flow of traffic. That'll ease some tension. Of course, we make it there. You know, we throw these purse parties, we sell them for a couple $100, you know what I'm saying? Meet a whole bunch of women. They loving us, you know, they calling us. I mean, it was a whole, and we made great money. But again, that's just what I learned from the weed, the liquor, to the purses. Now, mind you, money doesn't, it doesn't last, man. It just doesn't last. And I'm back home. I done quit my job, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I have discovered something that, you know, can be lucrative. I could take merchandise for the cheap and get it to a place where it's expensive. Now I'm a capitalist. Now this is how it works. But what I'm doing, there's laws against, you know. Am I okay with it? Well, yeah, because I done figured out at least some rules, you know, flow of the traffic, traveling at a certain time of night, how to package it, you know. Well, after the this is when it really got serious right here. This is when I entered the game. After the purses, I had, you know, made enough money. We left and went to another country to see if we can get more merchandise, you know. And we met with these executives of this prominent company, and we're telling them this is what we want to do. And they all sitting around, and they really, we two dudes from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, we in another country, these people barely speak English, broken English. This is a worldwide company. We're sitting at the table with the president of this company, trying to negotiate. Here's what we need, and here's how we're gonna do it. They actually thinking about doing it, and then one of them says something in Spanish, and they're all like, "Yeah, we can't. You know, we want to, we can't." I don't know what they said in Spanish, and then the dude, he tells us, he said they got a president of a company, and we be infringing on their territory, and you know, this is a worldwide company. We all have certain, and that's when I learned that, okay, there's a part of this company in South America, China, North America. Each one of them has their own different president, and they all get together. So I get it. So I'm thinking, all right, we still here in this country. We might as well go ahead and try to purchase some, and then we figure out how much it costs for the container or whatever, and how much we need to spend. They don't want to pull it. My homeboys don't want to pull the trigger. Now I'm a risk taker. I done weed and liquor and, you know, purses, and here we are in this country. Now y'all scared?
Yeah.
Oh, wait till we get back.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, wait till we get. So we get back home. I'm hot. I'm so mad because now we done just wasted money and didn't produce nothing. So I go back home. My wife's like, you know, you all right, you don't need them. What, you know, like what, you know, they ain't like you. And, you know, she feeding my ego, you know, because she eating good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, there's a whole nother story that was going on with that. Like, y'all, that's a whole nother episode. Yeah. So she feeding my ego good. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm going to figure out something. Well, dude who I used to buy weed from, right? He break his leg, and he got a shipment in. He done got about 30 pounds. He got a shipment in, and he said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What you mean you don't know what you gonna do? These people want their money. You know,
got hand over his head.
Yeah, my leg broke. I can't. What you want for all of it? He give me the bottom barrel price, $3.50 a piece. it's looking butter. I mean, we talking about this is, I know I could easily get 1,200 up there. You know what I'm saying? What? He said, how much you got? I said, shit, I ain't got nothing about 4 left, you know. But really that's all I had was like, hey, ain't no margin in the area. You're like, I got about 4 grand left, man. He said, here, I only owe them 4. Okay. Give me that 4, take all 30 of them. What? You gonna give me all 30 for 4? He said, yeah, and then just bring me back 3. Just 3? I'm thinking, the numbers is going through my mind.
I already know.
Oh man, you mean tell me 30? I know I'm gonna make 30 racks off of this. Period, at the very minimum. And I only got to give you a total of 7. Run it.
Yeah.
Run it, let's go. I got all, I mean, this was the most weed I've ever seen in my life. How am I gonna get this up there?
Yeah.
You know, so of course, dealing with these scary ass niggas, you know, I called them, right? I said, man, you know, I just stumble up on this. And they said, bring it. Now, this is when it gets real interesting right here. On my way back from, you know, where I was, I had a car accident. I hit a deer.
Oh.
So one headlight out in that car. That was the better vehicle, you know. So now that one's out of commission. I got another vehicle. It's an older vehicle. Older. Man, I can't really put this car on the road. I can't really trust it.
Yeah.
But I gotta get it there because I done committed. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in.
Yeah.
You know, I could get a rental, but I'm gonna have to spend some time up there with this amount. Or we can figure something out. I come drop it off. Y'all give me what y'all got. I go slide back down, and now we got something going. You know, this is what I'm thinking, because I'm the trafficker now.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
Yeah, you moving.
But I gotta figure out the security of this, because I'm knowing that the penalties behind this. I got 30. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta be better about this. I gotta be smarter. This got serious now. So I buy me a vacuum sealer. You know, I break them all down to pounds. I vacuum seal it, double vacuum seal it, put it in water, wash it off, Clorox water, wash it off so won't no smell, residue be on it.
Tricks like that.
Like so. But again, I don't know. This is trial and error. I'm just creating these rules as I go to see if it works. I got a different suitcase, you know what I'm saying, with some female stuff in there. You know, now I'm really dressing the part. I'm wearing slacks, shoes. I got my Bible on. You know what I'm saying. I got the Bible with me. You know, I got the glasses on. I got the collar shirt on. I mean, I know when to leave. You know what I'm saying. Now it's got serious. So, but here's the thing. It's winter time. It's not right quite. It's snowing on where I gotta go. So I get in I load up everything. The car might, man, if I turn this heat on, I might blow the radiator. Then I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's, you know, like this car. I can't. It might not make it, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
Let me go. Hey, Lord. We always been, you know, straight with one another, you know.
So wait a minute, hold on. So you start praying.
I'm praying.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, I can't. You know what I'm doing. You know, I can't even. This is how I'm convincing myself to go.
You tell.
You know what? I can't. I don't know if this is right or if this is wrong. Only you judge.
You know.
Like this is. You know, if you just can guide me through this. So I get on. I ain't checked the oil. I ain't checked the tire pressure.
You say God got you.
Yeah, I'm just. This is it, y'all. This is. If I make it through here, then I know I got something.
Yeah.
Of course, I get on that road.
Yeah. And
this time, I get about halfway there. I get pulled over. I'm serious. This is the first real shipment I done committed to another dude, you know what I'm saying, who committed to other people. So some problems can come behind this one.
You right.
You know. So I get pulled over. He said, "Where you headed?" I tell him where I'm headed. He's like, "Any reason?" Again, I'm headed to a funeral.
That's your favorite country, right?
I mean, you can hit him with the funeral.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just realizing like, man, you know what? What if he decide to look up on his phone to see if that funeral is even happening?
You thinking all kinds of stuff.
Now I'm having that conference in my head that because of my location, these people ain't as dumb as the people, or at least what I'm thinking. So
now hold up right there, right? We're gonna stop right there. And I know y'all want to continue to hear this story, so you're going to have to come back to the next episode, right? This is getting good, y'all. The life of a trafficker. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I'm getting so tired.